Well, hello, and welcome to Manifest Your Best. We are getting near Christmas, so this is one of our last episodes before the new year of 2021. You are listening to Dr. Eve SpiritSpeaks. I am a psychiatrist and family practitioner who is now an entrepreneur, and I am doing spiritual readings as well as energy healings. If you would like any type of healing or a session for intuitive guidance, remember you can always text me at area code 949-424-4494, and we will set things up. Now, I am going to do a 3-card reading from the Soul's Journey Lesson Cards by James Van Praagh, and with art by Charlotte Beckman. I am going to do my best to shuffle. It's a good thing you can't see it. Maybe you can hear it. I'm doing a fairly decent job. I'm healing nicely. While I am shuffling, I would like to make mention of, I am steering clear of doing these fun national holidays because I'm trying to make the time shorter for each segment, and so that it's easier to listen to it in its entirety in one sitting. However, I, as a pastry chef, must talk about December 18th, tomorrow. It is Bake Cookies Day, and I just want to mention a little bit about the history of a cookie. Cookies started, at least as far as we know for the first documentation, in 7th century Persia. And they hung around, eaten by locals and others in surrounding areas for 1,000 years before they made it over to America. Now, they were called koekje. That was a Dutch term. That was changed over time to cookie with a Y, to cookie as we now know it, C-O-O-K-I-E. And in the very first American written cookbook, there are 2 cookie recipes. One is simply called Cookies with the I-E, and the other is called Christmas Cookie. So that deserved an honorable mention today. All right. I think these cards have been shuffled pretty darn well, but I'm going to do one more. There we go. And let's see what Divine has in store for us. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Here we are. The first card I get to talk about is the card of change. This one says, I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. I was just talking with a loved one yesterday about how important physical movement of our body is. We can do a lot of mental jogging of a memory, learning new things. And all that causes a lot of movement up here where our 6th chakra is. But there is also another kind of movement that can help all of our chakras. I've mentioned yoga before, and the one thing that I did not say about it is that as yoga moves our body, our physical body parts, while we engage in yoga, we are also moving the energy among our chakras. Very important. So when we do physical exercise, such as walking, as simple as that, or like yoga, it's important to do this because it's not only toning our muscles, burning some calories, it's also massaging our chakras and allowing better flow to continue, especially through that midline. So if you want to energize your chakras, a quick and easy way is to do a little bit of physical exercise. Okay? Back to the main word on this card, change. Nothing can grow or evolve without movement. When we talk about a situation, a work project, a home, a relationship, anything that stays still becomes stagnant. And when something's stagnant, it's not exactly leaping out into the new and taking it in to evolve. It's more turning stale. Let us opt instead for progress. Let us look inside and to divine for our highest good and how we may achieve that with our loved ones, with our team at work, on a project, with whatever it is. An entrepreneur, I take care of a lot of entrepreneurs, rely on changing with the times, changing with what is important to the people that they sell their services or products to. Change is very important so that we don't become obsolete. All right, the next card. After you think about how you can physically exert yourself to get some movement, also think about changes that you would like to enact and how you would like to do that, especially for the new year. Card number 2, purpose. This says, I know what I am here to do. This card is reminding people, especially during these times where a lot of us might not be running our schedule the way we usually would because of the current challenges we have in society and globally. This card reminds us that we are here with a purpose. We actually have a few, and it's important to remember why we are here. If any of you wonder why you are here and what is your life purpose, there is something called an Akashic Record and Soul Path reading, which I have done for many people, and I would love to carry that service out for you. I can find out a number of your purposes here, as well as your life lessons and many other important details, among them even the soul group that you come from and others you may have had experience with before coming to Earth. So let's sometimes sit down during this week, clear our mind, and remind ourselves, what is our purpose in what we are doing here? Are we working on our purpose right now, or are we just drifting? Let's pledge to serve one of our primary purposes this week. All right. The last card is the humor card. During what can be incredibly stressful times right now, while we are on the verge of celebrating, there is also a situation that we're living through that some are able to get through relatively unscathed, and others are not so fortunate. Whatever we are going through and wherever we are going through it, let us experience humor. It says here, I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. With anything that befalls us, we can find something that is positive that we can glean from the situation. Test yourself. This is the perfect time. Why is this so important? Why is Divine mentioning this now? Because in order for us to manifest that which we do want, it's important for us to see the light. So as we practice this week to see the humor in whatever situation, something we can laugh about, something that can allow us to let go of whatever is pulling us down. In this way, we become more resilient. The world is likely not going to end tomorrow, so we don't have to act like it is. This is not about denying the situation you're in if it isn't all roses right now. However, this is about getting you through it with some laughter, with some lightness, to be able to dispel some of that darkness for a while, maybe even all day, so that as you're going through whatever obstacles or rigors you are, you may be accompanying it with this strength, this lightness, this ability to endure and to help lift up the other half. And for those who are more adept at using humor in adverse situations, you may extend this sense of lightness to your loved ones, to your friends, so that you can help to lift them up. All right, this has been our reading. Spirit has started, we're talking a lot about change, about movement. Move your physical body. Help get those chakras rolling, that energy being able to spill off of one, share into the next, and on, so that all your chakras can be better aligned and be better at diffusing energy through all the other hundreds of chakras aside from those in the midline. Choose movement of ideas and concepts, ways of doing things, etc. right now. If something isn't going well this way, try it a different way. Try change, at least 3 ways to change for the better this week. And come back and comment on the progress you make here. I'd love to hear about it. Remember your purpose. What are some purposes that have been very important to your heart, that you have expressed in life, that you may have partly forgotten during these times? Remind yourself this week and create ways to re-engage in it. You'll feel better coming back to you. Last, humor. Use humor as a form of resilience to get you through the tough parts of these holidays. And remember to express a kind word to others while you are in this process. Let's all uplift each other. If anyone can hear that sound, that is my beautiful furry daughter. I'm going to let her in now. I'm going to wrap things up here and spread my lightness to her. So I wish for all of you to stay healthy, to be blessed, and most of all, to be the most positive, authentic you as possible. Namaste.